This is the Dinosaur Master, and today I'll be doing another model review. And this time, it'll be the CollectA Quetzacoatlus with prey item. And this is actually the very first, and this is actually one of the first collector models I ever got. And I'm really happy about this because um, every time I try, every time I ever since I've heard of CollectA, I have realized that it's none of my that it's none of the stores that I have that are nearby me. So I never got to pick up one of the collector models. But finally, I searched online and I found a whole bunch of collector models, but most of them were from the UK, so it would have took like months for them to come. But I didn't want to wait that long. So finally, I found the CollectA Quetzacoatlus and the CollectA Mini, which are two models that were in the United States. But of course, I was only allowed to get two of them because if I got more, then it would have been expensive. And I already got a lot of Apple models this year, and it was yeah. So, Quetzalcoatlus was a large avocado pterosaur from the Late Cretaceous period of Montana and other western North American states. So most of you might have heard of a pterosaur. Pterosaurs were the large flying reptiles that existed during the Mesozoic era. So many of the pterosaurs evolved from small lizard-like creatures and were actually able to take flight. And they needed to take flight because it was at the time inhabited by many different reptiles. So they needed to find a way to help them survive in a world dominated by large predators. So in fact, they developed flight. And I heard that the smaller pterosaurs like Dimorphodon and uh and Orognathus, they actually ran on two legs. But as they got larger, they couldn't stand the they couldn't stand the support of walking two legs anymore. So they needed to move. So they needed to move on to a quadrupedal lifestyle. And this made them much more vulnerable when they're on the ground. So unlike birds, they weren't able to run on the ground, but they were able to comfortably walk along the floor. So Quetzalcoatlus was a member of one of the last of the pterosaurs, which were the avocarids, which are large, had these huge long necks, uh, which would have helped it look peek out from the tall vegetation at the time and help it search for prey. And also, it would have been useful for harbouring down at small prey, like young sauropods I showed you. Uh, yeah, and like other late pterosaurs, Quetzalcoatlus developed a short stubby tail. Because if they had a long tail, the tail would have been caught in the wing, so it wouldn't be able to help it while crawling on two legs. The early pterosaurs had a long tail because they were walking on two legs, and the tail helped support them while they ran. But for quadrupedal animals, they don't really need a long tail, and usually the long tail, especially in winged creatures, gets in the way. So that's why they needed to get a shorter tail. And also, as you can see here, the arm of pterosaurs is connected to the wing. So the arm is connected to the membrane of the wing like a bat. So they would crawl on comfortably on four legs. Alright. Okay, so now onto the model of the creature. Oh yeah, also Quetzalcoatlus lives from around 70 to 60 million years ago in the Late Cretaceous period of Montana and other western North American states. So, now onto the model. Now we could predict that the gender of the species is actually a female. I mean male. Sorry, because to me it looks like a male because all these brightly colored spots, and mostly the male of the species is more brightly colored than the female because the males they need to attract the mate because they're the genders who needs to attract a mate during the mating season, a female. So they need all these bright colors to help them stand out and attract a mate. So for that part, it's pretty accurate. This model, because I love the beautiful blue and red spots along the neck. Because if this was a female, it would have been mostly gray or black. Because females are much more duller than males, because they don't need to attract the mate. And for the most part, this model is really accurate. There's pretty much only one inaccuracy I could think of. Because right here, if you could see the eye of the animal, so right here, yeah. Because I've been looking at the eye, and the eye doesn't seem to be in the right place. The eye should be a little farther up here, next to just below the comb, rather than in the center. So yeah, that's why. So that's one thing I don't like about collector models, because they don't really get the eye places right. They usually put the eyes in the wrong place for most part. I really like CollectA because they make most of the rare dinosaurs that other companies don't make, like many of the unknown dinosaurs, which is really cool. That's what I like about it. And so yeah, this model's pretty accurate. It even has the comb-like crest that we know Quetzalcoatlus had, because a lot of other documentaries give them a triangular crest like Pteranodon did. Yeah. So this is my CollectA Quetzacoatlus review, and see you in my next review. And today was Christmas, and this is one of the models I got today for Christmas. So have a Merry Christmas, guys, and see you in my next video. Bye.